Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's Robin here from AriesFireTarot. Welcome to my channel and thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to do a general reading for all signs just to sort of capture the energy happening today and give guidance accordingly. Sorry about the massive twitch here. So I was just shuffling the deck a little bit before I pressed record, and I did have a card jump out of the Gilded Tarot deck right away. So I'm going to keep it. Oh, and there's two. So we have the Four of Pentacles, which this is like somebody holding on to their abundance a little bit too tightly. They're worried about the future and not having enough. You can see the way they're sort of gazing into the future. They're concerned about either losing it or somebody taking it, which is the same thing, but in a different way. So I'll start that, start the reading off with that one. And then the next card is the Four of Cups, which is somebody, they're so much in their head a little bit that they're missing opportunities that Source is providing. You can see that, you know, there's something coming out of your vortex here in the hand of the universe, like gifting you something, and there's full cups all around you here, but I think maybe you're a little bit too worried about something to see this new offer coming in. So, I mean, really worrying about something doesn't guarantee that it's going to work out for you or that it's not going to happen or whatever. So I'll keep pulling cards. This is the Moon card for you. Just the Moon card is, okay, first of all, the Moon is a really like epic sense of energy for people, especially like magical people. And no, I'll just leave it there. I was going to go off onto a tirade, but the Moon is like so magnetic and powerful, and things happen during different phases of the Moon. But things also don't look the same in the light of the Moon as they do in the daylight. So when I see this card, it's sort of a reminder that you might want to look at things a little bit differently, or not necessarily believe things as they are. I've got a bunch more cards here. Like it's 10 cards. Sorry, it's going back in. A few cards I don't mind, 1 or 2, 3, sometimes even 4. I've even done a whole reading just off of cards that fell out of the deck. That was 7 cards, and then I just added 1, but that was too many for right now. I'll also get a message about should I keep the cards or not, and I just got a nope, keep it moving. So the next card of the next card is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is somebody that is, this is a really strong person. They know their own mind. They're quite successful. They're a driving force. They are detail oriented down to the minutia of the agenda of whatever is going on. This person will take you under their wing, but you only get one strike with them, basically. So this could either be your energy or the energy of somebody that is around you, and they may or may not be helping you, but they might give you some sort of an illumination to a situation here. Rhyming. Okay. So we have the Temperance card here. So the Temperance card is basically about keeping things balanced, like don't burn things too hot, you know. She's like flame orange all the way around. Everything is on fire in this card. So Temperance is here to tell you maybe don't worry so much. But I'm going to pull a couple more cards. So we have the Tower card. And the Tower card is about something is just about to fall apart for you, so that something else can fall into place. So the Tower card, it can look pretty scary, but you know what? Things come to an end in our lives constantly. That's just the nature of life. You know, one thing ends and the next phase of our life begins. So it might not be as dramatic as what this card is showing, but just remember you have a really strong foundation here, and just maybe like throw on a robe or something. Jokes. So the next card I have for you guys is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is somebody that is at home in her own skin. She is quite pleased with herself and the way her life is going. And this is aspecting right underneath the moon. Both these cards, they have a crescent moon in them. And they have sort of the same imagery here of like pillars. Could be indicating some sort of balance. Once I pull one more card, I'll probably just go on a hold on the video so I can absorb some of the messages that are coming through. And then the last card I've got for you guys is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, this could be about an exciting new beginning for you guys, like a new idea coming in, and it's just burning you up. Like it's so exciting to you that it's almost too hot to handle, right? And this is coming right out of source for you. And this idea is on fire. So I'm gonna like flip down to the cards for you guys just for a sec, and then I'm actually going to pause the camera. You can see the cards here. And then I'll go on a pause, so hold on. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so I took a couple minutes to just sort of listen to the cards here, and I feel like there's people out there that would like to, not a makeover, but start over again. I get the feeling that some of you have been in careers that sort of demand that you be this high power, like machine, you know, sort of like an automaton in the workplace. And while you might be highly respected or regarded or whatever, you're not really all that comfortable in your own skin. I feel like you're doing it, you're doing this job or you're acting a certain way because that's kind of how you were groomed to be. But it's starting to really, something in my eye here. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm really sorry. I'll just point you guys at the cards while I deal with whatever's happening here. So yeah, I feel like from the outside, you're seen with you know, a high level of respect, but I get this feeling that whenever you end your day and go home, I feel like your temperance, and you just wish that things were not as hectic or horrible. This, whatever it is not suiting you. And I do get the feeling that it is job related. Like maybe you're in HR and you're always firing people, or you know, you're just I don't know, I want to say something horrible like, do you work at a, this is popping into my head, and I'm really sorry, you guys, but like, I get the feeling that you're dealing with death somehow. Like, you could be like working in a morgue, or, and I just keep on getting this phrase in my head, like an animal shelter where you're responsible for euthanizing animals. And I really didn't want to say that, but you know, I keep on getting this phrase popping into my head, and that's because like my spirit guides want me to say that. So I'll be responsible for saying it, but that's about it. So I'm seeing some people are not in positions where they go home and they feel good about themselves. You know, and I think that you want to shake it up for yourself. I don't think that this is coming in. Here's my daily reading burp. Okay. I don't feel like this is an outside influence. I think this is you shaking things up. I feel like the thing that you're missing here with the Four of Cups is yourself. I just don't think that you're very happy with yourself, and I think that you're actually with the Temperance card, I think you're very hard on yourself. I see a lot of mental anguish. Whatever your job, I'm getting a sense that it's your job, but it could be a relationship. It could be any aspect of yourself, but the dominant force I have in my head right now is that this is related to a work atmosphere. Like, you know, maybe you're in a position where you're getting your instructions handed down to you to do things, like just reviewing people's work and just being kind of a douche about it. But your hands are tied. Like, this is what the company you work for wants you to do, and you don't necessarily want to get fired. So you're sort of forced into this position, and this is sort of a costume that you put on every day. This is your 9 to 5. You know, I'm going to work, and you're sort of like strapping on the Kevlar because, like, to protect yourself. And I think you're going through your day a little bit like that. And then when you come home after being automatic pilot, like, and I see this happening on your way to work, during work, and then on the way home. But then when you get home and possibly like tossing and turning at night, you're seeing things in a different light, and it's really starting to get to you. So I think with the Four of Pentacles, the thing that you're holding on to so tightly is yourself again. I think that you are purposely keeping yourself very tightly wound, because if you start to look at yourself too closely, you're not going to like what you see. But I think that you are right on the edge of discovering, discovering that you don't want to be this person anymore. You don't want to be this sort of lackey that carries out this sort of exercise that doesn't agree with you. And I think you're going to wake up one morning and you're basically going to go, you know what? Screw this. You're just going to have an awakening, and this represents your own awakening. It's not, I don't see getting fired or getting dumped or, you know, going broke or anything like that. You're done. You're done right now. So I see this card as basically your fire and water right now. You can see that Temperance is, she's literally in flames, but she's also bathed herself in water. You can see from one cup going into another the flow of water, and it's going from like on fire, like freaking blazing, to being almost drowned in the water, which to me is representing emotion right now. So right now I see that there's like 12 hours of the day where you're absolutely numb. And then there's the 12 hours where you're at home and you're basically putting yourself through like these phases of recrimination and justification for what you're doing. I'm not saying this stuff to make anybody feel bad. I'm just being, like, literally this stuff is being spoken into my head right now. So I see somebody that is, they're in this, like, this vortex of self-loathing. And this card, like, by the book, it's about balancing, right, between hot and cold emotions, but that's not actually what I'm getting from this card. I just see, like, look, fire and ice actually being wrapped in ice to go to work and do your job or whatever. Like if you're dating somebody who you loathe, but you're dating them for financial reasons, which is whatever. No judging, no judging. But you can't handle it emotionally. Like it's really starting to crack you, you know. It's starting to crack you right down to your core. So, and you've been able to sort of maintain this illusion with yourself for quite some time. Like you've been holding on and sort of like, well, you know, I need this job to pay my bills, and you probably do. You know, it's not that bad. Like I get the sense that you're kidding yourself and you're just sort of reining in that hellfire of emotion. And you can't just keep holding it in forever because it's going to blow. But I do see that like you're having a dawning realization. You're going to have a new idea that, you know, you do deserve better than this. Whatever it is. I'm seeing job. Could be anything though. And I see you going through all of this, and it is going to be, I think it's a slow evolution because, you know, not many of us are blessed enough financially that we can just, you know, call in one day and say, I'm done, you know, thanks, I'm out of here. But I do see an end to this sort of stressful, almost like Jekyll and Hyde energy that you've been bearing up under. I do see it ending, and I see it all happening because you have the strength to make a change. Yeah, so this is a very interesting read for me, to see that sort of struggle going on in people out there. Like, I know this applies to somebody out there or many people out there, but not to everybody. So if this does resonate with you, let me know. Like, send me an email. You can sort of talk to me about it or whatever. I think it's pretty interesting. Again, I don't judge people. It's, you know. Anyway, yeah, I think like I'm kind of stuck in your struggle right now. I'm in that energy with you. So you do have something new coming up here, and it is going to be of your own sort of volition. So Anyway, I just wish you all the best if this is you. You can do it. Like if you're in a situation that you don't like, you got yourself there, so you can get yourself out. So just stay focused on that. Like, I got myself into this mess, so I'm going to turn it around, and you can do it. And I don't see anybody helping you, but you can do it. You're strong. You're a very strong person and self-reliant. So just go for it and get yourself out of this tormented state that you're in. I can feel it. So anyway, I'll leave it there for you guys. I hope this helps somebody. Anyway, blabbermouth. I'm gonna go and just stay blessed out there and take care. All right.